Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Today on her birthday, Donald Trump Jr. handed Hillary Clinton the worst news of her life. Donald Trump Jr. just outdid himself and trolled her with an epic happy birthday. The tweet immediately went viral. The gag order against the FBI informant that has information that shows that Hillary Clinton's State Department took bribes from the Russians to make the Uranium One deal happen. Here is what Jim Hoft from the Gateway Pundit wrote. Share this to wish Hillary Clinton a happy birthday. This woman needs to be put away for this. If some people in this country can get away without justice, then there are no laws at all. God bless the United States. This is the only poll that matters this year and it shows Trump winning big. Trump was king of the ballot box in 2016, and he still is in 2017. After a chaotic year of elections in 2016, this year has been relatively quiet. Only a few races were held this year, thanks mostly to cabinet appointments made by Donald Trump. Democrats tried to use these races as referendums on Trump and failed badly. Republicans held every seat despite the millions of dollars funneled into the opposition. So Democrats have stopped spotlighting these post-Trump races, because Trump continues to win. But there's one major race left this year, and it was supposed to be a nail-biter. The Virginia governor's race between Republican Ed Gillespie and Democrat Ralph Northam has been close all year. Then, in early October, Donald Trump endorsed Gillespie. He's now up by 8 points, according to the Daily Caller. The media like to call Trump toxic, but the opposite is true. With only 2 weeks left to go, Gillespie looks like a shoo-in, and he has Donald Trump to thank. Comment Trump wins. And share if you think Trump is still a winner. Because Trump wins where it matters. Jeff Sessions sends judges blocking Trump scurrying back to law school with one brutal fact. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has had enough of the activist federal judges blocking Trump's policies and sent them running back to law school with one simple sentence. According to Fox News, speaking at the Heritage Foundation, Sessions said of these judges, "The Constitution gives judges no right to veto a president's actions because they disagree with him on policy grounds. No, it does not. Go back to law school, boys. You need a refresher course on the rule of law." Today, more and more judges are issuing these lawless nationwide injunctions, and in effect, single judges are making themselves super legislators for the entire United States, Sessions added to devastating effect. We have nearly 600 federal district judges in the United States, each with the ability to issue one of these overreaching nationwide orders. Correct. The judicial branch does not make key laws. And if these judges do not know that, then they should not be on the bench. We either have rule of law or we do not. Sessions went after one judge in particular for his egregious violations, Judge Nicholas Garofas, who said Trump's order on DACA was heartless, rather than discuss the legality of the order. Rather than address that question, the court said the government can't come into court to espouse a position that is heartless. He didn't say it was unlawful. He said, "I don't like your policy." A judge's comments on policy like this is offensive, and it's disrespectful of the legislative and executive branches and to the fine attorneys in the Department of Justice. Wow. If you agree with Jeff Sessions and the rule of law and the U.S. Constitution, share this everywhere. Trump just came out and pointed out something massive buried in the JFK Files. The long-awaited JFK Files have finally been unearthed in all their glory. According to Nation One News Foundation, 2,800 documents will be released today and the rest will be released over the next 180 days. Trump hasn't received requests from the CIA or FBI to keep any of the following documents under wraps. President Trump just said the following about the release. He said that public deserves to know as much as possible about the JFK assassination. Executive departments and agencies have proposed to me that certain information should continue to be redacted because of national security, law enforcement, and foreign affairs concerns. I have no choice today, but to accept those redactions rather than allow potentially irreversible harm to our nation's security. To further address these concerns, I am also ordering agencies to re-review each and every one of those redactions over the next 180 days, said the statement. Assange said the following on Twitter about the fact that the documents are being delayed. Assange is wrong, though. According to the Nation One News Foundation, Trump is going to be choosing the release times of the files. This means that Trump is going to drag this out and make it very hard for the swamp to get out of this one. Share this if you can't wait to see what comes out of this release. Do you think the US government killed JFK? We'll keep you updated here at Liberty Writers. Moments ago, Trump left the room in tears when he revealed his heartbreaking secret. President Trump gave an incredible speech Thursday evening declaring the opioid epidemic a national crisis. During his speech, the president invoked the memory of his older brother Fred Trump Jr., who died from alcoholism at the young age of 43 in 1981. It was a tender moment for a president who is usually known for his brashness and tough talk. He said, "I learned myself. I had a brother Fred. Great guy. Best looking guy, best personality, much better than mine. But he had a problem with alcohol. And he would tell me don't drink. Don't drink." He was substantially older, and I listened to him, and I respected him. But he would constantly tell me don't drink. He would also add don't smoke. But he would say it over and over and over again. And to this day I've never had a drink, and I've had no longing for it, I've had no interest in it, I've never had a cigarette. I had somebody to guide me. And he had a very tough life. He was a strong guy, but it was a tough thing that he was going through. But I learned because of Fred. I learned. It was incredibly moving of President Trump to talk about his brother's death so frankly. After suffering through such a terrible personal tragedy, the president seems to understand the plight of American families caught up in addiction all over the country. President Trump promised a new advertising campaign against drug use that would emphasize the importance of never even starting. If we can teach young people and people generally not to start, it's really easy not to take them. And I think that's going to end up being our most important thing, really tough, really big, really great advertising. So we get to people before they start. The opioid epidemic is taking this country by storm. Overdose deaths involving prescription opioids have quadrupled since 1999. It is a national disaster of unmitigated proportions. President Trump is right, we need to help those who are addicted, but as his brother Fred told him, the best way to stop is to never start. This message is important, so share it out thousands of times and maybe someone who is also struggling will read it. HC Daily Mail. Ron Rosenstein breaks silence, admits one thing that proves Trump's innocent of everything. The truth shall set Trump free, or in the case of the Democrats, the truth shall make them cry. The left has gone all in on Bob Mueller's Russia investigation. They hold out hope, despite all evidence to the contrary, that the Trump-Russia collusion story will pan out and bring down the president. They haven't really thought it through because the Republicans would still be in control of everything. But they are out there still waiting with bated breath for Bob Mueller to get off his broom and deliver them from supposed evil. Or they were. That is all over now. Because Bob Mueller's boss, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, just officially turned the liberal Russia dream into their worst nightmare. Speaking to the Washington Post, Rosenstein put an end to the nonsense, saying simply that it takes a lot more to influence Americans than a few ads on Facebook. You know, American citizens are pretty savvy, and they decide who to vote for. I don't think they'd be influenced by ads posted by foreign governments, Rosenstein said. I think people are more thoughtful about that in the way that they make their decisions. Then he said the words that liberals across America are absurd to avoid but must confront if they want to move on and enjoy the next 8 years. I think what people need to keep in mind is that there's a distinction between people trying to sway American elections and succeeding in swaying American elections. Correct. If this guy says it didn't happen, one must wonder why we are still investigating at all. Share if you agree that Trump's going to serve 2 terms. This Democrat senator just flipped on live TV and unveiled Hillary Clinton's treasonous secret. You can hear the word on the wind, and the word goes a little like this. Check this out. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin just tore into Hillary Clinton and the fact that the DNC funded the dossier on Donald Trump by Christopher Steele. That sounds confusing. Let's simplify it. Watch this crazy video below. This means that the DNC and Hillary Clinton colluded to create the document that was then used to assign Special Counsel Mueller. Steele relied on Russian sources along with some Kremlin official. It is very possible now that Clinton cash went to Russian operatives that helped develop the dossier, says the Daily Caller. See more, see what Jeff Sessions did yesterday that Hillary Clinton hates even more. Share this if think that it is time for the DNC and Hillary Clinton to pay for their crimes. They have been caught red-handed colluding with the Russians. Get this out there now.